Good day, and I am Nakiran Kumar Kandavel. Today, we will be talking about what is marriage, a question which has not only been a legal issue for years, but an inquisitive doubt which has inspired various intellectuals to produce their greatest works in art and literature. As for today, we will be examining the legal definition of marriage as well as the general perception of the notion. So, without further ado, let us answer one of the oldest questions in history. What is marriage? In 5 minutes. Speaking of a legal definition of marriage, Lord Penzance in Height and Height provides a classic definition for marriage. He stated that marriage is a voluntary union for life of one man and one woman to the exclusion of all others. This classic definition was further developed by contemporary judges such as Lord Nichols and Baroness Hale as admitting that marriage is not merely a union of two individuals but an institution which creates rights and responsibilities not only between the couple but against the state and the society too, including their children. In simple words, the courts have liberally agreed that marriage is an institution which creates rights and responsibilities for a person against the state and the society, whereas shows a conservative attitude by only focusing marriage as a relationship between two persons of the opposite sex. In Malaysia, despite the various reforms made via the Law Reform Marriage and Divorce Act 1976, such classic definition is still applied and marriage is conceived to be made between two opposite sex by providing the joint status of husband and wife. The question for another video will be, is such legal definition still relevant and suitable for today, particularly when freedom to marry is seen as a fundamental human right in the international stage, together with global movements pushing for legalization of homosexual marriages? We will reserve that argument for another day. However, for years, courts have been striving of coming up with a perfect definition for marriage, but yet to be discovered. A little help from literature will allow us to fathom the notion of marriage. As for today's video, I decided to have a look at ancient but germane literature, Tirukkural, estimated to be written 300 before Common Era, to grasp the general notion of marriage. In explaining marriage in the 45th couplet, the learned author Thiruvalluvar stated that marriage is a union which is reigned by love and virtue, which leads to a life of perfect grace and gain by mutual understanding. However, it is important to note that such a definition in a legal context could be arduous to apply due to the subjectivity of the definition. But we do need to agree that the essence of it reflects the grand norm of marriage. In conclusion, the notion of marriage is not merely a legal concept or a thematic issue, but an idea deeply embedded in the structure of the society. As a suggestion, the legal definition of marriage should be coupled with the general perception of the idea as expounded in the literature to make it more reflective of the societal norms. So, with that, I will leave you to ponder upon the ideas proposed, and please do comment your thoughts on what is marriage. Thank you and see you soon in the next video.